is a story about the time that for the first time in my young life, I ever knew the concept of falling in love. Now this girl plays a very special role in my life because without this girl, I would have never knew the terror that is heartbreak. So this story takes place all the way back in elementary school. And even though I don't remember the specific grade I was on when this all started, I do remember this was a crush that lasted years. So I'm gonna go off the bat and say that it was first or second grade. Now back in my day, I was a really good student. I made sure that all of my grades were excellent, I was the teacher's favorite, and I was the student that everyone wanted to be. I wish I could tell you that was true, but unfortunately, that's not really the case. I was probably one of the worst students at my school, and my report cards definitely reflected my poor choices back then. I can guarantee that. To put it the best way I can, my elementary school life consisted of me sleeping in class all day. Definitely not doing any of the schoolwork most of the time. I would eat chips, drink soda, eat candy. Hell, I was even so bold enough to have a McDonald's meal. That's right, a Mickey D's meal during class. And to make matters worse, if I wasn't doing any of the listed things I just said, I would be playing with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and dueling myself to pass the time. I know. Pretty fucking sad if you ask me. And as you probably expected, this led me to getting my ass beat 24/7 over and over until I got my grades up. Yeah, pretty dark times. Anyways, back to the main subject at hand. So one day I'm just walking up to my classroom, getting ready to get the day started, and I see my teacher bolt out the room and run. I assume he had to use the bathroom because that's the direction he was heading towards. So I just went and stood in line behind my other peers. While everyone else was talking and conversating amongst each other, I kept to myself because, how do I put this? I wasn't really the most popular guy at school. Actually, I didn't really have any friends, so I didn't have anybody to talk to. But you know what? That didn't matter because that day, at that very moment, everything changed. So while I was just standing there, minding my own business, I heard someone go behind me go to their locker, and then they closed it. And me being the nosy person that I am, I just so happened to turn around and see who that was, and oh my god, there she was. Now wait. I'm going too fast here. There's something I need to explain first. Now, here's the thing. Like I said before, I'm still in elementary school, below 3rd grade at that. So, for little boys, there are only 2 understandable reactions at the time when it came to girls. Now, let me give you a scenario. You're walking around, minding your own business, and you hear talking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And then Claudia will be like, wait.
You look around, and you spot some girls. Now, the first reaction would be, oh my god, girls are so disgusting, they have cuties, Now, the second reaction would be, meh. And you just continue to walk around and do whatever you were doing. Now, the second thing that I need to point out is that I had 0 guy friends, or any friends for that matter, and I was for sure not going to tell my father about this girl, so I didn't have any guy friends to get advice from to talking to girls, which equals to me having 0 game. So, needless to say, with all of these odds stacking against me, I wasn't even gonna bother to talk to girls. I was just gonna stay in my own lane and mind my own business. That was until I saw Emily. Oh my god. Who is this? She is absolutely beautiful. I couldn't believe my eyes. When I first saw her, she looked like the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. But if I have to be completely honest, she kind of looked more like this. Look, I'm really not trying to throw shade. I really am not. But she was big. She really was. But I knew from the very beginning, the moment I saw her, she had to be mine. And luckily, I came up with a plan that was 100% foolproof. Not talking to her or confessing my feelings, but impressing her enough for her to open her eyes to see that we would be perfect for each other. Yes, I know. That was one horrible plan to get her attention. But at the time, it seemed like a really good plan that would work. But unfortunately, no matter what I tried, I couldn't get her to like me. For obvious reasons. I was too scared to look her in the eyes, and I had no confidence to talk to her out of fear that she would hate me. And sure enough, I went through my entire elementary school life having this huge crush on this girl that I barely spoke to out of fear. And of course, graduation day was the saddest day I had to experience, not because I was gonna miss everybody because fuck them, but I wasn't able to look at Emily no more, and we would never see each other again. Or so I thought! That's right, there is a part 2 to this story, so tune in next time to hear all about my fateful re-encounter with my sweet, sweet Emily.